I have reacted to literally almost every single remix and version of KSI Thick Of It. There are actually some really good versions, so let's go. Let's just start off with the original version. Here it is if you haven't heard of it. Alright, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that, please. It's F tier. That's an F tier. I'm just kidding. Genuinely don't think it's a bad song. I feel like it's actually pretty good, so I'll put it at a B tier. I feel like it could be an F tier for the memes, but the actual song itself, I feel like it's a B. And next up, we have the Villager version. Oh! And I'll be honest, I mean, it sounds exactly like the actual song. There's no remix, there's nothing different, but I do like it a little bit more than the original, so I'm gonna be putting it right here in front of the original song like this. All right, next up we have the Central C version. I'm not gonna lie, this version is actually crazy. The rap is clean, the vocals are clean, and just the instrumental, like the background and everything, it just feels, it's like the epic version of the actual thing. It's like, it's actually really freaking good. Out of all these, I'm gonna put it in S tier. This is definitely an S tier. Next we have the Brainrot version. I mean, the Brainrot version kind of just sounds like the original song. I guess it's just more Brainrot, so it's a little bit worse. It's pretty mid. I'm gonna put it as C tier. All right, next up we have the 1950s. The pen to the king, where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. See, I believe that if I see it in my heart. This version is actually really good as well. I'm not sure if it could beat the Central C version, but I am gonna put it at as an S tier. Next we have the K-pop version. I guess this is how the story goes. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. You know me where the snow's getting and it froze. I mean, for me personally, I don't know. I just don't like, I just don't like it that much. It's just not as good, but it's still pretty solid. So it's still pretty solid. I'll put it at a B tier, max of B tier, the first place of B tier. I think it's still pretty alright though, regardless. Okay, next up we have the 1930s. And this ain't even final form. They knock me down, but still my feet, they find the floor. I don't know. I feel like it's not as good as the 1950s. It's still pretty freaking good. It's still better than the original. It's gonna go A tier. Next up we have the Panda version, the bear, polar bear, panda, whatever it is. Got a cool vibe to it. Definitely got a cool vibe to it. It's going A tier as well, definitely. All right, next up we have the no audio version. This is what it sounds like. This version undoubtedly is the best version out of everything, so I'm gonna put it out as an S tier. Next up we have the Juice WRLD version. I mean, technically this is not even him, it's an AI cover, but I mean the guy's a legend. But I mean, it kind of just sounds like the original version. There's no twist, there's no remix, it's kind of the same thing, so I'll be putting it at a B tier as well. Next we have the Sus version. The Sus version, like I said, it's kind of like the same thing as the Brainrot version. It's just a little bit worse than the original. Yeah, this is why I'm gonna be putting it at a C tier. Last but not least, we have the SpongeBob version. Oh! It kind of just sounds like the original, but it does sound a little bit better. They have really good vocals. SpongeBob and Squidward here. B tier at the top. Alright, but regardless, this is my tier list. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with this. 1950s is really freaking good. S tier, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree with me on that. Central C is really good as well. S tier. All these four are technically like really freaking good. I think the rest are just, kind of just mid, kind of just normal. But yeah, let me know your thoughts.